We're so proud to support the incredible mission of City Living. Folks, we had a researcher in our office yesterday, and he shared some news. We were kind of going over some of the research that's been going on around the pandemic. And he shared the news that students in Ohio only gained about 50% of a year's worth of learning last year during the pandemic, while other states made slightly higher gains, maybe Michigan, I'm not sure. The larger story holds true. That there were massive losses in education last year. Digging deeper reveals another unsurprising truth. Higher income students didn't thrive during the pandemic, but they made a lot more progress than their low income peers. Low income students gained a lot less than half a year's worth of learning. And so while the gap between rich and poor students has been wide for as long as we've been tracking it, in 1 year, it got significantly wider. Now, I know this surprises no one on this Zoom, and yet, shoot, that dispiriting. And the story is the same with jobs. Of course, we all read the newspaper. Jobs have absolutely been growing over the last year. And while the growth rates have been more variable month by month than expected, they're still growing. And yet New York City has recovered only half the jobs that were lost during the pandemic. Again, with the half. Look, we all knew that this recovery was going to take 2 years and not just a few months. But it's easy for us to say that. It's easy for us to, on this Zoom, to say, oh, what's an extra month or two? But I think the stories of this evening illustrate and remind us what the costs of a slow recovery are. And so we need boosts. We need bright, shining lights that demonstrate that the inequities that plague us and tear us apart can be overcome. Not short-term quick fixes. There are no quick methods of increasing someone's life chances, but we need a real boost to lead the way for the rest of us. We're so proud that every single one of these organizations are providing meaningful and tangible boosts to some young people and families who truly deserve it. Sam, your students at YPI matriculated to college at higher rates than ever before this year. Becca, for nearly a decade now, you and your Code Nation peers have helped over 75% of your high school students go on to STEM majors and STEM-related careers. Vanessa, y'all at Girl Trek actually hit that 1 million women walking goal that was once a simple pipe dream. Look, we all set goals, but no one actually hits them. Y'all did. Kira, the refugees you trained at M's Torch have encountered more hardship in their home countries than we can imagine, and now they're entering the middle class. Kalani, you've created the most elegant model out there. For every $1 contributed to co-op, a participant experiences a salary gain of $8. Allie, for low-income high schoolers who are pushing hard all day at school and then working or taking care of siblings in the evening, you've created Upchief to serve them at the only time they can actually access it, late at night. Kate and Janine, Kind Work is just 2 years old, and you've developed a set of job placement and wage outcomes that take others years to develop. Liz, your City Living clients are striving, hoping to get to full independence after a childhood filled with trauma. Ruben and Maya, your fellows are earning starting salaries that make the rest of us question our professional choices. Vince, as Shadeen showed us, Braven is leading the way for how large public universities can help their first generation to college students obtain strong first jobs. 25% more than your peers. And Viri and Vanessa, you have created M-Schools to go where no one has gone before, helping undocumented and mixed status students and families fearlessly engage and achieve in school. Thank you, leaders, for providing this boost to our country. The people on this Zoom are an optimistic bunch, and yet we all needed to hear from you tonight. Nights like this give us all the hope to see a brighter future, the confidence to make plans for that future, and the energy to grind. Of course, nights like this would not be possible without everyone on this Zoom. Thank you, donors, for your generosity and commitment to Arbor Brothers and by extension to our portfolio of grantees. While these leaders are incredible, no one does anything alone. And our task at Arbor Brothers is to provide a boost to these high potential organizations. Your generosity and continued commitment enable all of this to happen. And so on behalf of the portfolio and on behalf of our team and board, thank you for continually boosting us. We wish you all a wonderful evening. We look forward to celebrating life-changing success with you again before too long. Good night.
We're going to see you in person next year. Watch out for that calendar. We love you all. We'll see you soon. Take care, guys. Good night. Much love.
Thank you.
Much
Thank
love.
you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Arbor Brothers.